Okay, good morning, Year 8s, and welcome to sharing in a ratio. And this is our second lesson on ratio. Thank you for all your lovely work on the first ratio lesson, which you did exercise 10G. Some of you got a bit confused with this work here on getting the ratio of circles to squares in the simplest form. And I asked a lot of you to go back and look at the answers. If I just go over one of these now, for example, this one here, you've got 4 black ones and 4 circles and 4 squares. So your ratio is 4 to 4. And when you simplify that, that's the same as 1 to 1. So to every black circle, you have 1 grey square. Okay, let's just look at one more example here on that. If we look at this one here, you've got 4 black circles and 6 grey squares. That's the same if you simplify it as 2 to 3. So every 2 circles, you've got 3 squares. This one here is 6 to 5. Remember, it's circle to square. You can't simplify that, so that's as far as you go. Okay, so quite a lot of you struggled with that. Remember, you have got the solutions to look at. It'd be great to mark your work before you hand in your work to me. Okay, so just checking this is taping. Yep, we're ready to go. Okay, so sharing in a ratio. So you can write that title down, please, in your books. And can you write down this key example? I'm going to go through it. You can pause the video once I've been through it and write it in your books. Okay, let's say we've got £9 and we want to share that in the ratio 1 to 2. Okay, so every £1, let's say Karen gets £1 and Debbie gets £2. So every £1 Karen gets, Debbie gets £2. So we've got Karen here, we've got Debbie here. Okay, so I'm going to give £1 to Karen and £2 to Debbie. I'm going to give £1 to Karen, £2 to Debbie, £1 to Karen, £2 to Debbie. So Karen gets £3 and Debbie gets £6. So I've stopped there because the total number of pounds here is £9, and that's what I had at the beginning. So now there is another way of doing that. What I could do is I've got Karen to Debbie is 1 to 2. So what I do first of all is I look at the total number of parts that I've got here. So this is the same as saying I've got 1 part, add 2 parts. Or think of it as 1 share and 2 shares. So altogether I've got 3 parts or 3 shares. Okay, think about it as either that word, whichever word you prefer to use. So I am dividing £9 into 3 different shares. Karen gets 1 of the shares and Debbie gets 2 of the shares. So altogether I have got 3 shares. So what would 1 share be equal to? Well, 1 share is equal to, I've got £9 in total divided by 3 shares. So 1 share is equal to £3. Okay, now you can see Karen gets 1 of the shares. She gets £3. But Debbie, she gets 2 of the shares, 2 lots of £3. So she gets £6. Okay. Now, you might not actually want to write this one down, okay? The next one will be a better one to write down. Okay, so that's an introduction. Okay, the next one. Okay, key example. This will be a good one to write down. Share £20 in the ratio 2 to 3. Okay, so what we do, we look at the total number of shares that we've got. So the total shares, we've got 2 shares plus 3 shares, which is 5 shares in total. So we're dividing £20 into 5 separate parts. So 1 share would be £20 divided by 5, which is £4. So each share is worth £4. Now this person here gets 2 of the shares. So if each share is worth £4, 2 of the shares is worth £8. And this one is 3 of the shares, and each share is worth £4. So 3 times 4 is £12. So I've divided £20 in the ratio 2 to 3, which is the same as saying one person gets £8 and the other gets £12. You can check your answer because these two will add up to £20. So that's a check. Check 8 plus 12 equals 20. Okay, so that's your key method to write into your books, please. Okay, and I'm going to do another example of that. So pause the video, write that down. All right, let's look at another example. This one here. Key example, share £30 in the ratio 1 to 5. So 1 to 5. So the first thing we do is look at the total number of shares we've got. So we've got 1 share and 5 shares is a total of 6 shares. Okay, so I'm dividing £30 into 6 different parts. So to work out what each share is, I get the total amount of money and I divide it by all the shares. So I've got 5. 30 divided by 6 is £5. So 1 share is equal to £5 and 5 shares is equal to £25. Okay, and you see that this adds up to 30. So that's your check. Check 5 add 25 equals 30, which is the total amount you were sharing. Okay, so that's another key example. You can write that down in your book. All right, let's look at your go. So you're going to have a go at doing this one now, please. Share £18 in the ratio 2 to 7. So pause the video, see what you can do now, and I'll go through it. So that you're testing what you understand already. Okay, so let's see how you did. So total shares. I've got 2 shares plus 7 shares is 9 shares in total. Okay, what's one of the shares worth? So I'm sharing £18 into 9 different parts. So each share is worth £2. So if each share is worth £2, what I do is I times each of my ratios by 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 7 times 2 is 14. So this is my answer. How do I check it? I add them up and they should come to £18, which they do. Okay, I hope you understood that. Okay, if not, look at it again, rewind the video, play it one more time to yourself. Right, have one more go at this one. Okay, so try this one now on your own and let's see how you get on with this one. So pause the video and try this one. So, what do? Total shares, we add up the ratios. We've got 3 plus 2 is we've got 5 shares in total. So we're sharing £25 into 5 parts. What would one share or one part be equal to? So that's 25 divided by 5, which is £5. So each part of my ratio is worth £5. So 3 parts will be £15, 2 parts will be £10. Right, do my check. Do these add up to 25? Yes, they do. So I must be right. Okay, so we've done lots of examples now of sharing a quantity into different ratios. Okay, I've just got a couple of worded problems now. Here's my first one. You can notice I've used some names from the class. I've tried to use as many different names as possible. So, Azara and Sophie share £36 in the ratio 4 to 5. How much do they each get? Right, so Azara to Sophie share in the ratio 4 to 5. So the total parts is 9. So one part or one share is 36 divided by 9, which is 4. So one share is worth £4. Azara gets 4 shares, so 4 lots of 4 is 16. Sophie gets 5 shares, so she gets 5 lots of 4, which is 20. So you can see Azara, you're getting less money than Sophie. Is this correct? Add them up. Yeah, they total £36. Okay, try this one. Another worded problem with some other names from the class. Rayan and Gabia share £40 in the ratio 3 to 5. How much do they each get? Okay, pause and have a go. Okay, so how many shares have I got? So the total number of shares is 8. So one share, and it's really important you write it like I've done, is £40 divided by 8, which is £5. So Rayan to Gabia is 3 to 5. Make sure you get it the right way round. Rayan to Gabia is 3 to 5. Each share is worth £5. So Rayan gets £15, Gabia gets £25. So there's my answer. Do they add up to 40? Yes, so we know it's correct. Okay, well done. Good listening, everyone. Now it's your turn. Oh, sorry, not yet. I've got a harder example here. Sorry, apologies. Abdul, Bradley and Harrison share £36 in the ratio 1 to 2 to 3. How much do they each get? Okay, so it's a little bit harder because I've got three different people here sharing money. Abdul, Bradley, Harrison share 1 to 2 to 3. So how many parts have I got? I've got 6 parts. So one part is 36 divided by 6, which is £6. So one part is £6. So I have to times each of these ratios by 6. Abdul will get £6. Bradley will get £12. And Lucky Harrison, he gets the most, £18. Add them all up and they will come to £36. So we know it's right. Okay, so nothing different, you just got 3 ratios. Okay, so just try this harder one, pause the video, have a go at this one. So 9 parts in total. So 1 part, 45 divided by 9 is £5. Times each of these by 5, 10, 10, £25 is my answer. Put your pound sign in. So they add up to 45, so we know we're right. Okay, now it's your turn. Okay, turn to your ratio booklet, please. You're looking at page 12 in your ratio booklet. If you don't have it, I've attached it to they show my homework. It's exercise 10G. All of you to do 8 questions, and here is an extra question. Okay, so good luck. This is the work you're doing on page 12. You've got your little summary here as well. Okay, good luck. Have a lovely day. Looking forward to your work.